Thank you. So we're playing some more Jund Vial today. This was a brew that I think I started on 2 weeks ago or so, and there's a lot going on here. We had a pretty okay day with it the first time we played it, but the list felt somewhat untuned, so I've gone back and changed a lot of the deck, and I think I'm pretty happy with where it is at the moment. The big idea here is that Unlucky Witness, this card is a phenomenal all-star for any sacrifice decks. Well, let me find the deck list here. Unlucky Witness, a card from the Streets of New Capenna. 1 mana, 1/1. When it dies, exile top 2 cards of your library till your next end step. You can play those cards. And Unlucky Witness, obviously very good with sacrifice effects, being card filtering, card selection, good chump blocker, really good at blocking Ragavan. And I think the card plays really well with Aether Vial, where you get to violet it in, chump block, untap, and get to play those 2 cards on your next turn. And if the idea of wanting to play a Aether Vial sacrifice-based deck, I think that Imperial Recruiter is a great value engine in the deck as well, especially if you're already playing Unearth, where the card just plays very well with Vial. You have a lot of really powerful tutor targets: Grist, Seasoned Pyromancer, Witness, Bloodghast, Carrion Feeder. One thing that we were missing last time, one big upgrade for the deck, I think is going to be Priest of the Forgotten Gods, where before, we didn't. Our only 2-mana creature to tutor with the Imperial Recruiter was Bloodghast. And I do think 2-drops in particular are really important to tutor with Recruiter, because on turn 3, if you play Vial on turn 1, you play Recruiter on turn 3, you're gonna have your Vial on 2. And I was really wanting a value, powerful, synergistic creature to tutor on turn 2. I think Priest is definitely that. We're up to the full 4 Unearths now. Unearth, I think, is just obviously so powerful on a deck like this with 12 super good 3-mana permanents, and sometimes you can even go sack your Recruiter, sack your Seasoned Pyromancer to a Bombardment, then Unearth it again for some value, which is a little bit nice. Also good to unearth your Unlucky Witnesses. The sideboard is also pretty different now. Playing Thoughtseize now over the Voidwalkers. I didn't really like the Voidwalkers too much. We're playing Masked Vandal as our anti-artifact and enchantment card. Kind of awkward that this doesn't get rid of Rest in Peace, but you mostly want this for the Hammer Time matchups anyways. Rest in Peace is not super duper common at the moment. We're playing we were already playing the Magus of the Moon, but it's nice that you can Recruiter for this. Down to 2 Chalice for the Cascade matchups. I think this deck is going to be good against Living End, bad against Rhinos. Living End's still more popular than Rhinos. And I think if you want to play in these black-based decks, if you want to play 3 anti-Cascade cards, I usually like 2 Void Mirror, 1 Chalice, because it's way more likely you'll get 2 in play at one time. But if you only play 2, I think it's just better to play 2 Chalice. Spotty with the 20 months, Space with the 6, thank you. Illusions with the 15, and Cranky with the 3. Thank you, guys. Okay. No Vial, huh? Gonna, I think, keep this hand, though. This hand is a Goblin Bombardment away from just, blowing our opponent out of the waters. Run the draw, got lands, got spells. My 5-0 Blacker list was the latest 5-0 dumps. We've made it, baby. We've made it. My opponent has led on an Inkmoth Nexus. MTG Goldfish says that they're playing some hardened scales. We'll be playing Nexus here. They were playing 4 Nexus. Of course they're playing Nexus. So let's, I think, operate under the presumption that that's what they're playing again. So in this matchup, Goblin Bombardment is going to be our most important card. We also have access to, Masked Vandal, Terminate. Maybe not as much artifact hate as we'd want. They consider fitting in Squirrel. Not good enough without Cat Oven. Yeah, you need Cat Oven to justify Squirrel, I think. We don't have, we have I think 7 sack outlets in the deck, and it's just a bit different. Okay, Patchwork Automaton's probably going to be fine. Carrion Feeder is a pretty interesting draw. I think I'm supposed to use my mana to play Bloodghast this turn. It's very slow, but we can go Bloodghast into Mayhem Devil, and then double Mayhem Devil, Bloodghast, Carrion Feeder for a lot of board control. Although I guess we're not going to be killing the Automaton with pings, probably. Maybe just killing them. Yeah, and it's definitely really good for us that they seem to have a slower draw here. Although if they get the Ozolith off this and they have a Arcbound Ravager, we're dead to the Nexus. But I don't think there's much we can do about that. Although it is true that Mayhem Devil is going to get a couple triggers from... It's going to get a trigger from the Urza Saga, and we'll get a trigger from the Welding Jar if they sacrifice the Welding Jar. Why the choice of going in on Vial instead of Collected Company? So Unlucky Witness is like the new all-star for the deck, in my opinion. I think it plays really well with Vial, being both a card advantage. Creatures always play really well with Vial. Like, being able to Vial this in and block is super nice as well. And then Vial also plays really well with Recruiter, and then obviously like being in all, I think I like the engine of Vial plus all these 3-drop creatures as well, plus Unearths. Tyler through 2 months. Crazy. Actually, so that was random comment was supposed to be for this. I missed the random comment, but thank you, Tyler, for the resub. A regional open the saga, so a choice of whether playing Jeskai Phoenix or Blue-Red Prowess Phoenix. I think I like the Prowess Phoenix more at the moment, just because there's so much graveyard hate, and the Prowess list is definitely way better beating the graveyard hate. Okay, so if I target the Zabaz, is that like just good for my opponent here? I think I'll do it. I'm happy to see they didn't get a Nozolith. Resident Madman with the 4 months. Thank you. Hope me and Esther are having a great day. She just woke up. I put Athena outside. I played some catch with Athena. But we're having a good day so far. Okay, so they get counter on the Inkmoth Nexus. We're dead to Arcbound Ravager, I think. Are we? Because we can, Arcbound Ravager triggers Mayhem Devil. So, if they play Ravager. Yeah, we just start putting the pings at the Inkmoth Nexus. We actually may be okay. Ancient Stirrings. I did see the Spyro reprint. The art looks really cool. Apparently it's like a Reckless Fireweaver upgrade, which is kind of cool. Opponent grabs an Ozolith. So if they attack with the patch, they're not attacking with the Patchwork. Okay, I guess that's fine. Unearth, that's very interesting with the sack outlet plus all these 3-drops. So I can go Carrion Feeder first. Carrion Feeder, sack Bloodghast twice, land drop. Land drop, fetch, trigger Mayhem Devil, play another Mayhem Devil. I think that's better than playing the thing post combat. It's gonna be a big Carrion Feeder. Enjoying the why Seasoned Pyromancer Mythic discourse on Twitter. Why isn't just like good played cards and formats or mythics and I don't know. Is that how it goes? Okay, so it gets Bring Back a Bloodghast, sack a Bloodghast, kill a Thopter token. Big Carrion Feeder. Sack a Mire. This has Ward 2, so we're not going to be able to kill it very effectively, but I'm going to get I think, Stomping Ground, so that I could cast a Grist if I tutor it with Spyro, or draw it. Play a Mayhem Devil, and pass. I think there's actually a pretty good chance we can kill next turn. We may have to draw a land. Have I considered Obnix? So we were playing an Obnixless Sacrifice deck at the beginning of the Streets of New Capenna. I think I'm currently 13-2 with that version. I think that version's like pretty tuned, pretty good. I'll probably return to it at some point. Opponent concedes the game. Let's go. But I don't think that Ob makes a lot of version when we're like when we're all in on the Unearth Aether Vial synergy or this engine, whatever you want to call it. I think that you're either going to be like a more mid-rangey version with Ob, or you're going to be in on these synergies, and I don't think you can have your cake and eat it too. I think I'm gonna actually bring in the Magus. You know, a lot of times I'll have Magus in the sideboard, and I'll just like not really be able to support it that well. But I think this deck, you know. Just if you with Aether Vial, with the ability to fetch for swamps, be able to vial in your green cards, and I think you can bring in Magus in a matchup like this. I might want Terminates, I may not want Terminates. Mayhem Devil seems really, really good. I think I'm just going to cut all the Ragavans. Bring in at least one Terminate, maybe 2 Terminates over the 3rd Grist. I think I like that. 13 and 2 in leagues or challenges. Leagues. I don't really play that many challenges, to be honest. I think I play, like, on average, like, maybe 2.5 challenges a month. But 13 and 3. 13 and 3 in leagues with the red-black sacrifice list. So I do like Priest in this matchup. We've got Priest plus Mayhem Devil. We don't have a second black for the Bloodghast, but I do really want these Bloodghasts. My opponent's on a mull to 6. I think I'll try to keep this hand. We need some help from the top of our library though. Gillian, thank you for 2 months. Appreciate you. 2.5 out of 4 is still a decent chuck. It's not out of 4. It's out of there's 8 modern challenges a month, and then that's just one format too. I don't know. Like when you compare me to like Yendrick or Doomwake or Canister, like I think Canister plays like 3 challenges a weekend every weekend and multiple different formats. Canister's a monster. Me personally, I felt my like tournament endurance like really dwindling a lot lately, and I don't know. I stream a lot during the week. I put a lot of hours off stream, but it's I just felt like I've lost a lot of my endurance. I think I played the Priest here. Haven't drawn a land yet, which is kind of rough. Tutors probably plays like five challenges a weekend every weekend, and I'm like 1 challenge every other weekend, you know? It's maybe more than like the average player, but like for the average streamer, it's like really low. Okay, Aether Mentals. Am I about to see Aether? Oh, Aether Mage's Touch. Well, it wouldn't be a Toborg deck tech if it wasn't Aether Mage's Touch. I mean, Colossus Sky Turtle seems horrible. I know that, like, the idea is, like, oh, I might Aether Mage's Touch into it, but it has, like, I think the card is, like, generally pretty weak, and I think you're not that incentivized to be, like, really in on it here. Okay, so my opponent's making an 8/8 Ballista. I'm just gonna chump. And then terminate, and then hope my opponent has no more creatures, I guess. Or maybe I'll get to Masked Vandal away the Ozolith before they draw another creature. And maybe we'll go to game 3. I don't know. Like, I feel like I would just be playing 4 Milldrifter, 4 Solitude, 4 Fury, 4 Obnath. And then, like, you get to Aether Mage's touches those into play, and that's gonna be fine. Like those, all of those are probably better than Sky Turtle to hit off the touch. Like, I think hitting a 6/5 Flyer Ward 2 is fine, but like these have like real ETB effects, which is nice. And then you can play like the 4th Prismatic Ending, and you can play like Teferi Time Raveler in the main deck too. Ooh. Okay, so we did draw a green source at least. We can kill the Arcbound Ravager with our Masked Vandal, but problem is of course the Ozolith here. But they only have 1 card in their hand. Hopefully we just need them to be out of creatures. I think Grist list looks pretty good. Yeah, I would just go cut the turtles, play the full 4 Mulldrifter, play like maybe 2 Teferis, 3 endings or 3 endings, 1 Teferi. The main sideboard seems probably like you don't need this many 0-mana spells, but maybe that could be your deck building style, I suppose. And coming down with the 6 months, Martinez with the 5, Pizza with the 16. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Okay, we need some help. This sideboard has to be mostly creatures, right? Because the pet card. Of course. They didn't ping with Ballista. Oh, they didn't? I just now noticed that. That's actually like kind of nuts. Yikes. We'll take it, I guess. It was second Ravager. So we'll play a second Mayhem Devil. Try to kill the other Ravager. Oh, I guess they just have the Pendlehaven. Yeah, sorry, I should just ping them. Hopefully don't miss out winning by like 2 damage. Got some good top decks. Seasoned Pyromancer notably stands out as a really nice top deck here, and I think we can potentially take 1 hit from a Ravager too. Unlucky Witness would be a decent chump blocker, although once we take 1 hit, They, as you know, we're just at any attack, any creature that gets through. Okay. That's bad. Okay, game 3. I did see the board with Spyro. Yeah, it looks really very cool. Okay, any changes for game 3 on the play? I don't think so. I think I'm kind of happy with this list. I want to draw a Vial, though. I think Vial's probably really good in this matchup. Yeah. They should have pinged the Priest and then got in for 6 and then pinged me for 6 after I terminated. Like, I agree. Okay, I got my wish of an Aether Vial. I only have 1 creature in my hand at the moment, but you know, my deck is definitely built to take advantage of this card. We got some interactive spells here. Definitely gonna be okay with this hand. Does the Rockrick deck still have legs, or is it too slow? Well, Rockrick is particularly good when the metagame is full of like Murktide, Grixis Shadow, Hammer Time, Living End, Rhinos, and is like particularly weak to Titan and Omnath. And so, like right now, there's not a lot of Titan. There is a lot of Omnath, and so I think that it's just, you know, deck like that's always a metagame call. Does not feel like the right metagame for it. Okay. Board 2, huh? Really hate drawing a a land, by the way, there. I think I actually get second Swamp because I boarded in the Magus. Magus would be really nice here, too. Okay, so I can try to recruit from Magus next turn, get rid of the Saga. Just Grist this turn. Oh no, my Priest. I guess I can maybe unearth it later. Yeah, I could have also maybe gone for Recruiter for Priest here. Okay, I'm happy. I'm gonna be happy with this Magus line, I think. Hopefully they just make a Saga token. The Scales deck doesn't make Saga tokens that often, though. 1/1 Ballista. So they could ping the Insect token and then cast another spell, maybe, if they really want to kill the Grist. Is Scales hard to pilot? I think Scales is maybe like the hardest deck in Modern to pilot. Well, I do think it's very good. So take the Vial on up to 3. Another Grist. I may need to cash in the Grist to kill Ballista. It's a really big liability with the Ozolith. I think that's fine. Yeah, Amulet's definitely one of the harder decks too. They have Veil of Summer? They have Dismember. Okay. I guess we take that. Mag is still very good. We've got Terminate Grist in hand. We're going to lose this Grist, I think. Although I'll probably, like, if they attack with the Ballista, maybe I'll just block. Whoa! Legend Rule Beseiju. Jeez. But they probably have an Arcbound Ravager, yeah. If they're going to Legend Rule the Beseiju there. Although, am I dead? No, I'm not dead. Yeah, if Recruiter could find Mayhem Devil, it would be such a big deal for this deck. I agree completely. Why is when play Valky, God of Lies in the Kamal Coffer decks? Well, you don't really want to play the front half very much, and the back half there's like way better like 7 and 8 drops to be playing, and you don't have to splash a color. Well, like you really don't want to make yourself vulnerable to removal on 2-mana creatures. The Coffers deck. Well, maybe we'll lose this game, but maybe we'll also have killed 3 of our opponent's lands. They're 1-off? No, they're not that. Oh, so I guess I forgot the Automaton counters go over. So they go Automaton sack to the Ravager, 3 counters on the Ozolith, sack Springleaf Drum, sack Ravager, 7 counters on the Ozolith, 8/8 Ballista, ping Magus twice, Hit me for 6, ping me for 6. Yeah, it's not lethal. Fuck! Wait, what? Hold on, what? Oh, okay. That's just for an Ozolith counter. But I wasn't counting that they just needed one more spell. So maybe I miscounted. So they go. Okay, 7 counters here, 8 ballista. No, I think we're gonna win. Oh, I totally. What did I miscount? How did I? Oh, sorry. I forgot that. I just didn't count the. I didn't count the counters from the Arcbound Ravager. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't count the counters going over. We're dead. Yeah. Jeez. Kind of unreal. Kind of unreal to kill 2 of your opponent's lands and then get combo killed like this. But Scales is just a really good deck. Really good deck. Well played, opponent. So like there is a lot of hate for Urza Saga decks and artifact decks in general. This hand is so close. I think I'll keep the I'll keep the 1-lane Vial. This is for all the prismatic ending gamers out there. It's also really hard to play. Like it takes a lot of reps and a lot of hours to play proficiently, and it got like a lot of love from MH2, but before MH2, the deck had like very much fallen out of favor, and a lot of the pilots moved on to other things, and I guess it's probably true that people like generally don't perceive it as being a super good deck either. This hand doesn't do nothing until turn 4. It plays a Vial on turn 1. I'm not saying this is a good keep. I am saying I'm keeping the hand. Can draw a land and play a Bombardment. Can draw creatures to Vial in. We're going to find updated Conference Control in the Stream Decker, where you can find everything else. And maybe I have to do some digging, but I like the Reanimator version that sides out the persist unmarked graves against graveyard hate. My opponent's on a mold of 4, chat. They're on a mold of 4. Listen, you guys wanted me to mulligan this hand? You guys look so dumb right now. You look so dumb right now. You want me to mulligan that hand? Golly. It was a turn 0 win. Okay, against a deck that's like mold of 4 concede, they're probably playing Belcher, conceding for info. I feel like on the draw, I'm just going to side in Thoughtseizes for Ragavans, I think. Like, maybe I would also want, like, Fulminator Mages, but I think that's maybe over sideboarding. They could still be just a different deck. Yeah, Neo Brand, maybe. Listen, if we had mulligan that hand, like, unironically, if we mulled a 6, my opponent's, like, way more likely to keep, like, a 3-card hand. Because, if I mulligan, they're way more likely to keep. or not concede there. But they mulled a 6. I'll try it, whatever, who cares. We need more Ninjutsu Blightsteel. Yeah, you made me look bad with that tweet yesterday. We did a... What in the world? I was just shitposting. I wasn't like seriously wanting to play the card, but oh dude, Unlucky Witness is so freaking good against Ragavan. But I was just goofing around. Yeah, discard Slitherhead the Shredder, and then it grows to your Hardened Scales too, and your mana is really bad, but who cares? I think I play a Bloodghast this turn so that I can potentially Grist minus. Exiles an Unholy Heat. Heat's the Witness, so I get a Witness trigger. An Unearth and another Unlucky Witness. Being attacked. Flipping Sokenzan with the Ragavan. Opponent passes. So I think I just play another Witness, and then obviously attacking with Bloodghast. I do think that I have to play another spell this turn. It's way more mana efficient if I Bloodghast, so because I can go Witness Grist next turn. It's worse against another removal spell on the Witness, but if they're using removal spells on the Witness, I think that's probably just okay then. Why not Unearth the Witness instead? Well, it's worse against Spell Pierce, is why not, but yeah, it doesn't matter too much. And if the PowerPoint clipped, I uploaded a video of the preview card PowerPoint to YouTube, and a link to that video on Twitter. You can type !YouTube or !Twitter. Two Shredders, that's illegal. They've been pretty flooded. They've discarded, I think, only lands to Shredders so far, but now they're probably not flooded anymore. Second Grist. Okay, let's attack with the Bloodghasts. They may not block with the Shredder. It's like pretty bad against Mayhem Devil to block. They have no fear though. Yeah, I'll play this land here so that they can't like kill my Bloodghast in response. I could have, I guess, killed a Shredder first and attacked for more, but then I give them the extra Connive. So I think that this is better. Not 100% sure. Yeah, it discards another land. Wow. Yeah, you cannot spell Pierce a Grist. No. Did I see the new Modern Blue Vendilion list before Vendilion clicks? Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's a Hayashi list, which usually means that Hayashi like had a good idea that is accented by like a pile of bad ideas. And I say this with love. I really like Hayashi a lot, but yeah, his lists are again very often good ideas accented with a lot of bad ideas. Like a mono blue, I kind of liked like the mono blue Merfolk God without like a ton of Merfolk, because the card is just actually kind of powerful by itself, and then you get to play Chalice and Spreading Seas and a bunch of blue interaction. I kind of thought all that looked fine, but Vendilion Click is like not playable in Modern. I think, and it's I don't think you want to main deck 4 copies. You can main deck maybe 1, maybe 2. I think it's probably worse than some other options, but the list was also not playing Ledger Shredder, which is maybe correct because of Chalice, but I would have been pretty interested in trying to find room for Shredder in the list. Okay, so we're attacking with everybody. Block here. Take 4, 8, 9, 10. I think I'll leave back 1 witness. Blocks. Blocks. 6, go to 1. Reveal Bobble, counterspell, so I'm gonna Bobble. Dead 2 says 8, 9, 10. Dead 2, my opponent conniving a land into the yard. It's not a good place to be. Ugh. Tough game. We need their hand to be all counterspells and lands. Wait, they're cracking Islet? Oh my gosh, we could win this. It's so unlikely. They haven't connived. They no attacks! No attacks! 0 attacks! That's a lethal Bloodghast. They probably have a counterspell though, so I guess I got punished for playing my land. Damn it! I got so punished for playing my land. I can't believe it. But like, I have to like that. Only playing the land is only bad if I draw exactly 4th Bloodghast and then they counter it. How could I have foreseen this? I think I like leaving back the other Unlucky Witness to block a dash to Ragavan, but now I'm not dead to them conniving. And then untap and a land for the Bloodghast. I get 4 hasty Bloodghast back. Although maybe attacking, like, guarantees like get a trigger next turn. Whatever, just cast this, hope to find a land, hope it resolves. Probably gets countered, though. No way, no late land, land! Yes! 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 Let's go! Yes! That was awesome. Let's freaking go. Good game, chap. Good game, old chap. I think I'm gonna go -2 Mayhem Devil, maybe 1 Bombardment. No, 2 Devil. 2 Terminate. Still have 24 creatures for Vial because you count the Grists. Should be fine. Maybe cut 1 Vial, even 3rd Devil. Maybe we'll reevaluate. I think Devil's still like our worst card in the deck in this matchup. I don't love this hand. It's hard to mulligan too aggressively in this matchup, though. I think I'm gonna go to 6. How's this list been? I've been liking it. I'm kind of like nerdy about it, though, if that makes sense. I don't know. Like I like the idea, like the Vial plus Unlucky Witness plus Recruiter plus Unearth engine. I don't think I've done a very good job articulating like why I like it so much, but I really like it. I thought for sure that was gonna be a Spell Pierce. It's like, I think Unlucky Witness is great. I think Unlucky Witness is like amazing, like staple card. Okay, cast the Feeder. I could sack the Witness now looking for a land. I think I'm not going to though. Radio Gaslight with the 22 months, appreciate you. And the card, you maximize the power somewhat with Vial, and I think like when you're playing Vial and a sacrifice, okay, do I want to Violent Witness and sack it here? Kind of. I think so. I think I need to find a land. But now I can also like find a Vial by waiting. Like the Recruiter makes a lot of sense to me. I think it's a powerful engine. But I do feel like I'm just like a little nerdy about it, if that makes sense. I feel like I definitely have like the tendency to like geek out about about deck building and deck construction. I just get so freaking hyped and don't articulate myself super well. I'm gonna cycle the Unearth if I don't need to terminate end of turn. Is this a Hades stream? It used to be. Once upon a time, we did some Hades, huh? I've been wanting to replay it. I think I got like almost all the content, but it feels like I probably missed some stuff, right? There's just so much stuff in that game. I didn't sight up the Priest, did I? No. Not that I'm necessarily tutoring for Priest here, though. Yeah, I think I'm just tutoring for Grist. I played the new TMT game. I've not, no. I didn't know that there was one. Do you think Mono Black offers a good choice in the current meta? I think it's fine. I think it's one of like very few decks that is like good against oh no, sorry, I clicked through that thinking I was getting a Bloodghast trigger and I would have to click OK again, but they hearsed before I got the trigger. Okay, it's gonna be fine. Let's cycle the Unearth into the hearse. Sorry, I was saying something. Mono Black. I think it's good against Omnath. I think it's good against Living End. The Reanimator version is good against Living End. The Karn version isn't. And that's a good place to be. Good against those two decks. It is, I think, slightly unfavored against Blue-Red Murktide, but the matchup is very, very close. And I think you're probably even like favored post-board with the Reanimator version. So maybe I would say it's very close, but maybe giving a slight edge to Murktide. Which I think good against Omnath, good against Living End, good against Hammer. even to maybe slightly bad against Murktide is like totally reasonable place to be. You okay, dude? This happens a lot. What do you want me from me, dude? I'm just a human. I'm gonna make misclicks. It is really difficult to stream and talk and play perfectly. Mistakes are gonna happen a lot. If you're interested in a perfect play stream, I recommend anybody else. Yeah, you can Violent Grist. We did Violent Grist this game, actually. Do you think there's space in modern for some kind of red black deck with Recruiter playing one Kiki, one Recruiter, one Exarch, Infinite Enabler? Andrea Mengucci once wisely said there's never been a deck made better by playing Kiki Jiki, which is not entirely true, but I don't know. I've messed around with like Vial, Kiki Recruiter in the past. I haven't liked it too much. What was the loss to? Lost to Scales. Lost to Scales. Then I think we played against a Tron opponent, but I don't know. They actually conceded on turn 1 both games. But I do think this deck has a good Murktide matchup, which is a big part of the reason to like it. Okay, we can keep this hand. Oh, Mengucci is playing Kiki Jiki. Oh my gosh. I think somebody just conceded it to us for the meme. Please don't concede to me for the meme. This is gonna make really bad content. Do we even do a prediction for the 4-1? We broke it again, baby. 3-1 with John Vial, huh? Opponents are just afraid to play against it. That hand was pretty exciting too, which is kind of a bummer. Pretty land heavy hand. We do have a Ragavan on the play. And we can hopefully maybe Recruiter for Spyro to unflood. I'll tell you this, during the trophy race, so that's not true. We had like one league that had, in our 4th round of that league, we got a concession, but oh well. Maybe Ragavan's not good against the Mid-Mites, huh? Okay. Yeah, I agree. Funny stream content's not gonna make for a good YouTube video. Okay, I mean, at least the first time, it was just, like, a Tron player who, like, I think mulliganed to 4, got tilted, then conceded game 2 after mulliganing to, like, 5, I think. I think that's, you know, a bit less egregious. Okay, so they don't have any more cards in their hands. Obviously, always scary to see a Pure Steel Paladin hanging out there. Alright, I guess I'm going to trade a Ragavan for a Sentinel at some point. It might as well save me a life. I think that makes sense. And then I'm going to cast the Recruiter this turn. I think I'm just getting Grist. Do all your streams links make it to YouTube? I have an editor who combs through the VOD and then picks and chooses the ones that go to YouTube. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. I'd say like maybe like 60% make it to YouTube. Uh-oh. Damn it. No. We really just needed to fade the hammer this turn. The hammer deck drew the hammer. Well, I guess this is actually, I mean, assuming that they don't have another like good turn next turn, not the end of the world. Because we get to start putting a lot of chump blockers into play. They did draw another 1-mana spell. Yeah, I mean, if they're going to tap the spring, or start to tap the Springleaf Drum there, I think they definitely drew another 1-mana spell. Or maybe they're taking the time to bluff, but... Oh, sorry, I should have pressed Grist first, because I could find Bloodghast and brought it back, although I guess that's not... I could just bring it back next turn. Not taking Tin there to kill Paladin. I don't think so. I think I just want to put chump blockers into play first, because if I kill the Paladin, then I lose my Grist. Why did they move the hammer over to Ornithopter? Maybe if that keeps flying. I'm just like okay to like chump block for a turn, then kill the Paladin. Obviously, like this plan involves needing my opponent to brick some, but I think that is an okay line. Will I play Crab Vine now that my spoiler was glimpsed? No. I'm actually like a bit disappointed. My spoiler cards were, I don't know, not cards I liked. I don't know if that's something to be upset about, but okay, that must have been the 1-mana card in their hand. They did brick. Yeah, but my spoiler cards were Glimpse the Unthinkable, and then I can't even remember the name of the other card. What is the card that's apparently super expensive in EDH and everybody was hyped for, and I'm like still kind of shocked that everyone... Thrumming Stone. Yeah, I mean, Thrumming Stone is a cool card. Thrumming Stone is a cool card. I'll admit that, but I wasn't expecting everybody to be so hyped for it. Like, why? Like, the card that like it doesn't work in a singleton format is apparently $1 million because of the singleton format. EDH makes no sense, dude. I think I may want another Grist and just like cash this one next turn and play another one. Although Priest would be pretty appealing. So would Seasoned Pyromancer. I think I should take another Grist though. It's close. Yeah, the relentless rat decks with Thrumming Stone, apparently. I get it. I get it, but I would not have guessed that. I get it, I would not have guessed it. Block here for Unearth purposes, although I guess you already have a Recruiter in the yard. One card in their hand. Yeah, I'm sure the decks are very fun. Although, I mean, those kind of decks are also very gimmicky, right? Like, I don't know. It's fine. Okay, plus Grist before playing a land, because we can mill another Bloodghast. Misha, Artificial Prophecy, Insane EDH, just by wording. Yeah. For sure, I get it. It is also, I will say this though, it's always really weird to me when a card like Thrumming Stone, which, you know, despite reports of being good, I swear, dude, I totally promise is good. I guess maybe holding these for Mayhem Devil is better than thinning, actually. Never mind, always just then. It's so weird to me, like surely Thrumming Stone Relentless Rats is not like a super competitive commander thing. It's probably really cool, but you also only need one copy. And I can't, I like how many, but like the expense of the deck should be from all the, like the millions of Relentless Rats and Shadowborn Apostles and Persistent Petitioners. Like those are like expensive cards. It's so weird. It's so weird that like Thrumming Stone is like a $50 card. You know what I mean? Okay, Urza Saga, really good draw for my opponent. Gonna have to draw something to erase that. Like maybe a Goblin Bombardment, kind of the perfect draw. Dude, I milled the Bloodghast. So now I can go ping my opponents. Bring back 2 Bloodghast. Maybe we would kill them right now. Assuming I have enough fetchables left. I think I do. Morning Destructotron. Hope you had a good birthday. Happy birthday. I mean, we've got 1,000 people in here. It's also got to be, like, statistically, like 3 of your birthdays. I think Blue-Red Darcy-less version is better right now. I haven't been playing, like, very much Murktide at the moment, but, like, here's my, like, current opinion on on the Murktide archetype. You can play any combination of 12 to 14 threats of DRC, Ragavan, Murktide, Ledger Shredder, and your deck is going to be good. I don't know what the best combination is. I think that 4 Ragavan, 4 DRC, 3 Shredder, 3 Murktide is fine, or 4 Shredder, 2 Murktide. I think that's fine. I think that playing no DRC or no Ragavan is fine also. But but all of these threats are just so good. You know what I mean? Like, all of these threats are just very, very good. Very much premium cards. Maybe I'll bring in Magus on the play. Probably not on the draw. And so it just, like, just doesn't matter that much, to be honest. Like, all these threats are really good. They're really synergistic in the deck. You want 12 to 14 of them. I would probably play 4 DRC, 4 Ragavan, 3 Murktide, 3 Shredder, but I think it's kind of hard to go wrong, which is why you see top 8 lists of like every combination you could imagine. Well, good Sentinel for them. This is potentially a Fable the Mirror Break. In your deck that plays 4 Unearth, you can't afford to in Aether Vial. You can't afford to play Fable that doesn't work with Vial or Unearth. It would be a different build. I also like kind of don't like Fable the Mirror Breaker very much in Modern. Like, I don't think that it's unplayable, but I'm like not very high on it, and I think that there's like better options for most decks too. Okay. Maybe gonna have to settle this one in game 3. And hopefully we can get a more normal league next round too. Where do you feel banned Spirits and Pioneers after the bans? Worse than Mono Blue Spirits. Mono Blue Spirits is a good deck that's very well positioned. Banned Spirits is an underpowered deck that I would not recommend. So with SNC being out for a month and a half, what cards stand out with Modern playability? Well, obviously the biggest hit is Ledger Shredder, our boy. I think that the Jund Charm is good, although I have been liking like this Jund Saga decks a bit more than the Jund with Riveteer's Charm. I have like a really good win record with Ob Nixilis in Modern, but I actually don't even feel like the deck is like necessarily that good, or the card's that good, but I do have a high win record with it. The Triomes, obviously, blah, blah, blah. Shadow Mortality. Oh, dude, this is rough. Shadow Mortality, big Calibrated Blast upgrade. Oh, and Licensed Hearse. Licensed Hearse is big Modern staple. A couple other cards, too. Not too many. Oh, we had that Rocco deck. I love that Rocco deck. Game 3. Yeah, I think I'll bring in the Magus on the play. And then maybe cut the second Spyro. Yeah, Unlucky Witness is also very good. It's a very, very narrow like archetype role player, but it is very strong. Bombardment's pretty good in this matchup. I think we can keep. It could be better to get a tap green land on turn 1. Yeah, to keep my life total high. Not 100% sure. Turn 1 Sigardizade. Getting Overgrown Tomb this turn. What are we doing, Slitherhead? Nothing. I was just trolling last night. I like this Plains art. It's nice. I like the idea of living inside a tundra like this. Thoughts on Burn? Burn is good. No Triumph to fetch. No, you need all untap lands, and your mana is pretty good even without Triumph here. Okay, so I have faith. I will hit a land off Unlucky Witness. Yes. And then I think I want to Masked Vandal the Sigardazade and then sack the Masked Vandal to kill the Crystal Paladin. Cool. Do you think all of the Ledger Shredder is the most prominent? Yeah, of course. I think that's like would even be a pretty lukewarm take to say that Ledger Shredder is the most prominent of all the SNC cards. Well, pretty good follow-up, huh? So I guess I need to play a second Mayhem Devil so I can kill the Pure Steel Paladin. This is the only way I can. Hoping that I don't need to, because keeping Pure Steel Paladin and play with Bombardment is really, really important. But I could also draw an Unearth down the line. Can you sack Vandal response to its trigger, then exile itself to exile? I think so, yeah. That's awesome. Good line. I didn't realize that. 2 Paladins down, 1 Sigardazade down. Getting Grist down would be pretty nice this turn. We could also go Recruiter for Unlucky Witness to have 2 creatures in play. I think I'm gonna get the Grist down. Maybe we'll get lucky in the middle of another Grist or a Bloodghast too. Rocco with the 11 months, Pure with the 8 months. Thank you. Could hold the land for Bloodghast. I think it's a little bit better to play it, so I could Recruiter for a 2-drop, specifically another Bloodghast, or play Grist Bloodghast, or Recruiter for like Priest of Forgotten Gods or Masked Vandal. Maybe Grist is just bad into the Construct token, though. But I mean, if their turn is make a Construct, Construct, equip to Grist, attack, it's kind of okay as well. I don't know. They get another Hammer, which is bad. I mean, if they just have the 3rd Pure Steel Paladin in hand, we could just lose. Oh, Masked Vandal Grist synergy. Missed that too. Okay, must be nice. Must be nice. Okay, we 1-2'd that league, but we get a treasure chest anyways. Let's hope for a more normal league, I think.